All right, welcome, Pro Football Doc Sports Injury Central recap podcast, Monday, 2 p.m. approximately Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. We already did the Sunday night exiting week 15. There was the Sunday night game, obviously Monday night to go. Some updates, right, Taylor? Taylor's on
Yeah.
here with us here. There are some updates. Unfortunately, the big one is Micah Parsons ACL tear confirmed, but that's one of those where, unfortunately, it was pretty obvious. As you know, first time in the war room when we saw it, I was like, he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
The replay on TV, and then sprung into action, and it got confirmed way too quickly. Patrick Mahomes getting a second opinion. We believe that one is more than just an isolated ACL.
That he's not getting it for good news. He's getting it maybe possibly for or maybe worse news than expected, right?
Well, ACLs get reported as ACLs, and you forget about everything else. You forget about the additional ligaments, the meniscus injury. Micah Parsons may have more than just isolated ACL.
Right.
But Patrick Mahomes.
He's on your mind, yeah.
Yes. We said ACL and or LCL. And he's flying to Dallas. Why? It's not far from Kansas City, but also the Cowboys team doctor has gained some, I don't know if notoriety is the right word, but Jalen Smith, LCL, and a couple other LCLs. He's kind of in agent circles,
right,
been known as the LCL guy. So we'll see. But the bad news, if we're comparing Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes, first of all, they're both ACLs. The question is, what else? The good news for Micah Parsons is don't see additional ligaments that are significant. Who knows about the meniscus stuff? The bad news for Micah Parsons is a rush end, way more difficult to return to be 100%. Pretty tight timeline for the start of the season. Would not be surprised if there was a PUP stint ahead of him. Patrick Mahomes, glass half full, half empty. Half empty, there's ACL plus something.
right.
To be determined what, the LCL. Glass half full, a lot easier to play quarterback than edge rusher. Now, Patrick Mahomes is mobile, etc. I'm not suggesting that he's Phillip Rivers. However, it is easier to play the position of quarterback than cornerback. Quarterback than rush end, having to get around the edge, right? And this is why you can have quarterbacks like Tom Brady played to the age of 45, right? And it's just different. You can't imagine a Micah Parsons playing at the age of 40, much less 45.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's just different demands. But the question that I see being asked about Patrick Mahomes now is, what caused this? First of all, it doesn't seem related to his previous patella dislocation. It is potentially related to, in some way, the heating pack that's been on his left knee, any sort of underlying injury there. I'm not saying he tore his ACL before. I think there is some potential relationship to amount of scrambling that he's done out of necessity, because the offense hasn't been the same. And notably, the Chiefs were on left tackle 3 and right tackle 3 during that game. Right tackle 2 left early.
Yes.
And so they were right tackle 3, left tackle 3, right guard 2 going into the game. And in order to make it happen, in the desperation of losing, you're out of the playoff race, he ran more. So it does fit what I've said about, you don't want to run out of routine, but out of necessity. He felt it was necessity. Now, non-contact. He didn't get hit, but it's still the extending play stuff that gets you hurt.
Right.
Phillip Rivers, we were worried about when he slipped on the logo,
the paint. Yeah.
went down awkwardly, got up awkwardly. It's like, oh, now he's extending plays. And thankfully he got down and didn't get hurt. But whenever you extend plays, that's when stuff happens. And we've talked about it yesterday with Jackson Dart. The extending plays is what puts him at risk, etc.
I had an update on Christian Watson. We remember we talked on the podcast last night that he went to the hospital. They said there was no issue with his lungs per source. He went to the hospital yesterday in Denver for a CT scan. He does not have any long-term issues, but his status for they play Saturday. The game is up for it's up for grabs. Is that fit what you thought and what you saw in the video and why he went to the hospital?
Yeah, well, and I'm about to go on with Amon Green for the Believe podcast.
You'll definitely be asking about him, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Believe it's still the SC joint. Never thought it was lung. They said chest, right? Mm-hmm. This is not a JJ Watt and TJ Watt. Sorry, TJ.
JJ broke the news. JJ broke the news, though.
JJ broke the news. See, the guy who breaks the news gets accused of something. Yeah. Like I got accused of Tyrod Taylor. Mm-hmm. Anyways, SC joint makes sense for CT scan. You can't get an MRI. CT scan quicker. You're looking at the relationship of the bone and the SC joint, the way he went down. It's not a Tyreek Hill. It's not a, you name it. There's been some recent examples. But he's not playing Saturday.
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown, yeah. Yes. Hollywood Brown.
Another one, Doc. We already talked about on the four, just to get a clearer picture. Davante Adams, no official update, but we have a Thursday night football game. We're going to get his injury report today. Likely DNP, might be a walkthrough. His chances are slim going into this big game against the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, look, not the Thursday game makes it easy. I mean, he's not playing. Mm-hmm. I suppose if somehow it were just a cramp like Puka and instead of an injury, the way he pulled up, it's not. That's the hazard of playing through an injury, the risk of re-injury. Thursday big game in Seattle's not happening. Look, at this point for the Rams, if you told me he's 100% for the first playoff game, I'd say take it.
You want that more than what he's doing now. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'd say take it. And the Rams, hopefully they get a bye, right? Mm-hmm. And hopefully week 18's a rest for them with or without a bye. So obviously this is the big game. This is the game you'd want Davante Adams for. But if he ain't available, then I don't know who the Rams play week 17 or 18. But look, if you're a Rams fan, this Thursday, the ship has sailed. Let's just take them for the first game of the playoffs. Hopefully even healthier after a first round bye.
Next one I have them. They had the Falcons speak already. We had you saw the Drake London issue. PCL has been a dreaded injury right this year. You've had multiple players deal with it, including Brock Bowers. Missed 4 weeks. Morris said he's hopeful that he plays this week. Does that fit your thoughts after missing this much time? The PCL, I know it doesn't get any better. It's a very slow process, correct?
Well, look, Sean McVay is hopeful Davante Adams plays this week on Thursday.
Hopefuls, yeah.
Hope is one thing. Is it happening is another, right? And, if the Falcons were still in it, I think this is a week that he possibly could play. Now, because they are not in it and they're eliminated, the question is why, right? Mm-hmm. And by the way, the Rams play the Falcons next week and then the Cardinals.
2 teams that are eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, like you said, they maybe play without him Thursday. They get him right, and then they're ready for the playoffs. That's what Rams fans will take it more than anything right now.
Well, they're without him Thursday for sure. I mean, I
Sure,
think
yeah,
they're going to
yeah.
be without him against the Cardinals. Sorry, the Falcons and the Cardinals probably.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
mean, the fate might be determined after the Falcons game.
T. Higgins, big fantasy player, Doc. I'm not saying it because he's in my fantasy lineup. We do need to go through your process into Scott Fish too. We need to update the audience in a little bit. T. Higgins, we already were very concerned about him, the symptoms after the fact. He didn't go on IR though. He posted an LP, which we were kind of interested in, right? We didn't expect him to play or at all. He eventually did not play. Are you expecting another week out for him, or are they going to play games with injury report and make us guess till the end?
Well, look, when he posted the 2 LPs, I was still saying, I'm surprised he's not on IR, right? And there's no way he's playing this week. And then he DNP'd and he's not playing. Are they holding out hope? I mean, the chances of playing in consecutive weeks with 2 consecutive concussions was about as close to 0 as you can get. The chances of him playing this week after a week's rest are higher than 0, but I wouldn't put any credence in it, especially the Bengals are officially eliminated, correct?
They are officially eliminated. That is correct. Yes. Yeah.
And if you're officially eliminated, why would you risk a 3rd concussion the same season and start putting the C word or career word into it? Now, maybe what the Bengals were doing is we're not trying to, we're trying to advance them through the protocol. That's why the LPs. It doesn't hurt him to do that, but they didn't do anything dangerous for him. They didn't put him in the game. They didn't try and clear him. There's no way, shape, or form the independent neuro would have cleared T. Higgins. Period. End of discussion. I think there is a slim chance they would clear T. Higgins this week, but I suppose if all his exams are normal and he felt good and he did an FP, but I don't know. I look, why? And they're out of it now. I mean, why didn't they put him on IR? Leave hope alive. If their playoff hope's alive, maybe they can shoehorn him into the week 18 game, week 17 game, right? And maybe it gave a little more hope and peace of mind to his quarterback, who obviously seemed somewhat, I don't know, fill in the blank during his press conference this week.
Yes.
Not dashing any hopes there. He's clearly a better quarterback with both of them.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's one of the reasons we like Baltimore this week. By the way, great job. I'm told by the Sports Injury Central staff that our picks for sides, correct me if I'm wrong, that if you take the Houston guaranteed pick as a 3-star and the 2 stars as 2 stars, was what again? 11-1?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. I was just waiting for you to say sorry. Yes.
11-1. So Houston as a 3-star, Rams as a 2-star, Chicago as a 2-star. The only loss was Carolina as a 1-star.
And that was on the fence the entire game. That wasn't any. That wasn't.
Well, I don't know. It was on the fence the entire game. Carolina's up by 10 in the 4th quarter.
We had it. I guess we had it. Yeah. You're right.
Or late in the 3rd quarter, they were up by 10
Yes.
and they lost.
And then the props too, Doc. Just to speak on our SIC Picks too. I do some overs sometimes. I hear from everybody. I did all unders this week, and we were 6-2 on our picks, including the Burrow one. That's what reminded me. We had under on Burrow because we know how he plays without both his receivers. Correct.
And the chase was on for a good part of that game.
And exactly.
The proverbial chase, Jamar Chase and the chase. It's just easier to take one weapon away than to try and cover 2, right? Is all. So Scott Fishbowl. All
right, I'm gonna have you. So you're 615. You need the top 5. There's 1,000 teams right now left. You need the top 500 teams to advance. You're at 615, minus 14.01 points away from the cutoff line. So
the cutoff line is going to rise because there's still another game.
Exactly, but for you, I guess I have to ask you: do you have anybody playing tonight?
Well, thank you very little for telling me DeAndre Swift. 37 points on the bench.
That hurts. I know. When did Aaron
And
Jones do? 'Cause
what
I think I
also
told
hurt
you.
me was Hunter Henry hurt me. Mark Andrews wasn't great. When you have DeAndre Swift on the bench, it was
Brock
good to
Bowers
bench
had a bad game,
Jake.
right?
Jake
Bowers,
Ferguson was good to bench,
yeah.
8.6. But DeAndre Swift hurt. Kareem Hunt even had more than him. The other one that hurt me is Dak Prescott, only 12.46 points. Kirk Cousins, 33 on the bench.
You would have made that move normally. That would have been a hard one, benching Prescott for Cousins, right?
Yeah. So I'm all about the old man quarterbacks. I was rooting for Phillip on Sunday. No, I did not have him in fantasy, but I had Aaron Rodgers tonight. So old man quarterback, he's got to get me 15 points.
You got a quarterback. That's
Probably
not
more. Probably
yeah.
more than 15 because the Mendoza
Right.
line is going to go up because there's another game coming, right?
The Mendoza line, yes, yeah. All right, next one, Doc. I have two rookie running backs that have kind of helped people get to how far you're even, right? Because you have this one, Woody Marks. They said just now that he's day to day with his injury. I remember what you saw. He did return to the game and come back multiple times. Is that what you anticipated when you saw his injury in the video?
Yeah, I didn't see anything significant on him, but it really, the game was reasonably in hand, right? And with that, gave him the chance to play Dare. I won't try and say his last name.
Agumbawale. I got it.
Okay, you got it.
I
Now
actually
you're
want to
you're now the name expert.
I'm the name guy after I messed you up on Parsons. Yes. I
No,
want to
no.
give you breaking news though, Doc. Your boy will start against San Francisco. Official. Philip Rivers has been given the start on Monday night this week. Okay. There you go. Steichen said it.
Why would that be in question?
Yeah, that's true. You're right. He didn't play poorly. He gave, like you said, it was a minus 14 spread closing, and he kept them in there almost to a point that they won the game. So why not? Like you said, right? Yeah, there's no reason not to.
I had a friendly wager with someone. It wasn't.
I was going to mention that. I didn't know if you wanted me to. Yeah.
I think friendly wagers are fine, right? I mean, it's not a bookie in California. Betting Profit X just got banned in California.
Yes.
But friendly stuff is fine. The guy is nice enough to give me plus 800 on a win. We took it down to the wire there. So
yeah.
I lost, but basically I owe the guy a nice dinner. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's that kind of wagering, so it's not bad or dangerous. But Phillip is going to continue to play as long as the Colts are not eliminated from the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. The second that they're eliminated from the playoffs, Phillip will be the first one to raise his hand and say, you know what? Let's give it back to Riley Leonard. Let's give it to Andy Richardson, who's been cleared to practice.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's give it back to somebody else. I think he'll be the first one. Look, Phillip is – I hope people really get a good glimpse of Phillip. Before the game, the sideline reporter said, he stopped and he said, look, I'm not here to save this team. I'm here to be one of the guys. I'm here to help them do something together and try and win a ball game. I'm not here as the savior. I'm here as one of the many guys. And what did I say when he was signing? I said, and I think it's been reported now, money wasn't going to be the issue.
Right.
He got standard minimum.
Yeah.
Prorated. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Prorated standard minimum. And that's all he's getting. It's, I don't know, $75,000 a game. I mean, good money for you and me, but for him, I mean, and then I saw some of the stuff. Chase Daniels reposted it. Kurt Benkert.
Health insurance stuff. Yeah. Kurt Benkert. Yeah.
Good fodder. Last night, we had a little family outing at the house when the Cowboys game was going on. The kids had a game of BS. The little one, the 8-year-old, calls it, she wanted to play bologna sandwich. And it's the card game where you say, I have 2 2s, or I have 1 3 and 3 4, right? And
you call BS or not.
And if you have it, then the person who calls BS gets the cards. I'm calling BS on that. Forget the fact that he's made over $200 million.
That's good.
Forget the fact okay. And forget the fact that, oh, look, I get it. Okay, he's doing it for health insurance, but it doesn't make any difference that he has, quote, 10 kids. Because guess what? Health insurance caps you typically at 3 kids. So for you, health insurance costs you more with your new son. But once you get over 3, it's capped. So it's not like he's got this huge healthcare premium because he's got 10 kids.
And it doesn't. That's not how it works.
And the other thing is, he's a full-time employee at St. Michael's.
His son's high school where he coaches. Yeah,
my kids go to. My little one goes to a Catholic school. The teachers have insurance. They have good Catholic healthcare insurance. He's a full-time employee. Even if he's not taking a salary, he's probably enrolled. So I don't know. It's just, I look at this. BS. Bologna sandwich is my
bologna sandwich. Yes.
funny to talk about. Next level. It's almost 5 years. Here you go. But funny to talk about. But bologna sandwich. And also bologna sandwich to any concerns that Philip had about the Hall of Fame. I told you that, or salary demands or anything. I mean, it's just a great fun experience. Here's what I'm going to say. The fairy tale didn't come true yesterday, but the dream still lives on. And the dream is still helping the Colts to the playoffs. The dream is still alive right now. The fairy tale, that would have been, and we were in the room watching. I was like, there's too much time. 60-yard field goal. Do the math. I think you have to go for it. A, make the field goal easier. B, even if you make the field goal, it doesn't cement the win.
No, there's too much time left.
First down, and then you kick the field goal. You're cementing the win. Now, I get you could not get the first down. But if you run the analytics math with that much time, the analytics on kicking a 60-yard field goal is probably under 50-50. Let's say it's 50-50.
Even then, yeah.
But even if you make the field goal, what are the chances the other team can come back and kick a field goal? At least 1/3, right? At least. So do the math. If it's 50-50 that you can lose the game, and the 50% that you make the field goal, and then 1/3 of that 50%, 16% of the time, you're still going to lose. It's a losing proposition to kick that 60-yarder with 57 seconds left. If you make a first down, now admittedly, it's not guaranteed.
Right.
But if you make a first down, you're almost cementing the win. You're in field goal range, much more comfortable. That range skyrockets. And there's no time left on the clock, but whatever. I mean, I saw this morning on Pat McAfee.
You saw the Myers. I was going to do the Myers thing. Yes.
Jason Myers was saying he felt bad because he was a San Diego Chargers fan and loved Philip. He felt bad making the kick. Yeah. Not bad enough to miss it. No, just just joking.
Good. I know you got Doc. You got stuff to do in a little bit, Doc. Just real quick, I have a big one. Devin Neal. He's been a big little fantasy boon, just like Woody Marks is. People that are in the playoffs right now. There's no Kamara. I've talked to you about that. We mentioned we don't really see a line in sight for him to play Kamara at the moment, right? So people are relying on Devin Neal. What are your thoughts on his hamstring? And is he going to miss the Jets game? You know, Saints have surprisingly won 2 games in a row, right? So they're ending the season. They're taking away their draft pick, right? But yeah,
there's no such thing as a 1-week hamstring strain for a skill position player like this running back. Now, if they were playing for something, he might shoehorn his way into saying, look, let me try. Like Davante Adams, did and tried. But there's a downside to it too. So no, I don't see him playing. Sorry, fantasy guys.
I have one just came in. Shanahan was talking about Pearsall. Pearsall finally came back this week and had a good game. He had over 90 yards. But bad news, Shanahan say he's very direct when Kyle Shanahan talks about the injuries. He said he irritated the PCL injury again. So we saw him limping around a lot yesterday, but that's bad.
We were talking about that only a little bit. And I don't know, to be fair, I don't know that we put it out. We were talking
I don't know if we did. Yeah.
It looked like there was so much going on at that point in time with Micah Parsons and Phillip Rivers game going on.
Mahomes, yeah.
Mahomes injury, etc. But yeah, that's what it looked like here. So what do we always say? Aggravation of a pre-existing, it's longer.
Yeah.
So
And especially
Pearsall is interesting and probably out. All right. Anything else before I turn the
one
page?
last one, Doc. RJ Harvey in the later games, his rib injuries. Did we see any video and we have any issues with him going into this week? That was our last question.
He could play through if he wants to, right? I mean, we'll see. But he could play through if he wants to. And Achane tonight, I think, can play through his ribs. The Dolphins, okay. I mean, who had on their bingo card starting Monday Night Football, Dolphins still alive and Chiefs eliminated? Who had that on the bingo card? Not me.
I didn't. No, I did not.
Not me. So interesting there. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Sports Injury Central Pro Football Doc podcast. Great job on the props. 6-2, 11-1 on sides so far. Go to sicscore.com. And that's literally just taking the injury stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been hot on the halftime stuff. I love that partnership with Fezzik. He's an expert on lines. This is a good line. Don't do this, this half point. He's an expert. We're not. We're just the injury info. He is always saying, like, for example, we knew we loved Houston. And when it was 9.5, it was going to be our guaranteed pick.
Mm-hmm.
When we released it on Sunday, it was 10.5, and we still took it. Steve Fezzik would say you cannot win long-term with that strategy. But
especially if it was 9.5 earlier in the week, correct? Yeah,
yes, you need to do 9.5 earlier in the week. But because of our process and what it is, we release picks on Sunday, and we'll take the Sunday line. We don't say Sunday 9.5 Houston. We said Sunday 10.5 Houston.
Yep.
And that's kind of why I think Steve Fezzik respects us. He's an expert in what he does, and the partnership's been good at halftime. All right, thank you guys. What are the cool kids say? Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you something funny. I got home last night, and my son says to me, "Dad," and he was like, all embarrassed. I'm like, what? Did I say 6'7"? He goes, really? Micah Parsons? I don't know. I mean, I would have said Micah, but somebody named you says Micah all the time in the room. So you made me say Micah. So Tyler Shug, Micah Parsons,
and Devin Achane. Oh, Devon.
Okay,
Devon Achane. There we go. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Good luck to you guys. We'll more to come during the week as always. Thank you.